I be feeling like the man of the year every time that notification like just sends out to everybody. And then it's like whenever the music is in accordance or I guess you could say in synchronicity with the start of the live, it just hits different, bro. Yeah. So man, y'all know what time it is. Yeah, no, man. Y'all know we finna have a great conversation, homie. We finna get to an outstanding overstanding of this game, homie. Each and every single day is a new opportunity for you to go against the amygdala, you know? To be able to accomplish things. What you need to get done and what you feel like getting done is two different things. And you have to be able to maneuver through the disparity. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You have to be able to go against the resistance. So with that being said, man, shout out to everybody in here. I know we're going to have some Keishas. We're going to have some cheerleaders. We're going to have supporters. We're going to have moderators. We're going to have so many different people flocking to my live. But you know exactly what time it is, man. We finna put down the game the best way possible. And to my moderators, when I see a particular routine Keishas come in here, if they say certain keywords, I'm gonna have you guys add it to the list. That way it doesn't even get through the system. So with that being said, man, hey, get about your feelings and get ready for this game that I'm finna display and convey. I had a topic that a supporter suggested, and I'm actually excited to be able to cover it. What it do, man? What it do? What's good, Destiny? Shout out everybody in the building, man. Yeah, no, man, I'm the one that they don't like because I don't read comments from people that type. Hey, I want someone to get that Minecraft. Put that in the keywords. I don't ever want to see that word. Put that in the keywords. I don't ever want to see that word again. I just thought about you. Oh, yeah. You've been thinking about me. I've been thinking about you. You know, no. Yeah, man, they've been thinking about me. A lot of Keishas think about me, and I don't even think about them, man. They wake up in the middle of the night. Oh, monkey. Oh, man, they wake up, get to shivering. Yeah. They having dirty thoughts. Their mind is looking a lot like their microwave. If you open up their microwave, you see creepy crawlers, all different types of soil and mud, and so many different just buildups of debris going on there, homie. They don't even make sure that they got their own situation going on, but they can criticize you about what you got going on, homie. You know what I'm saying? So everybody keep double tapping the screen, man, because even if you view me, you're still liking the stream, but I appreciate seeing the notification, homie. My favorite notification is when the viewers leave and when people get muted. Those are my two favorite things, and it will always be. It used to be complete opposite, but now I love it. You're such a Keisha. I love it. No, you can't be mod. You have to earn it, little buddy, but I appreciate you for asking. So I had one of my supporters asking me, why do people cheat on you? Why do people want to do such bad things to bad people? Well, you have to understand that hurt people, right? So whenever you get in relationships with people and you don't actually know who they are, even if you feel like you know who they are, they're really good at hiding it. And I want that word no, don't add that word. You can keep that word. Don't worry about adding that. So a lot of times when we get in relationships, when we don't know ourselves, we can't actually evaluate people and be able to see, things get out of control before they do. So you continue to associate with people, and then it gets to a point to where you're so emotionally invested. You might even be financially invested or whatever the case may be. And now that you've seen certain things actually happen, they've gotten to the worst stages of the pattern. You're trying to override it. You're trying to, even though reality is showing itself, you're trying to have some type of fictional rhetoric that is going to supersede what you actually see. So basically you're trying to disguise what you see, right? So what you have to pay attention to a lot of times is when you start dealing with someone, how do they treat people that they value? Because a lot of people go through seasonal interactions. They really rock with you until things go bad in their life, and then all of a sudden they don't like you anymore. And you're really sitting there thinking, man, they don't like me? No, the fact of the matter is they don't like themselves. And since their paycheck isn't so big, since maybe they haven't been making themselves productive or whatever the case may be, they want to try to tear down other people because they're already torn. People want to tear down things when they're torn inside. So that's exactly what they express on the outside. And what you have to understand is when a Keisha does a certain thing to you, man, homie, they're going to do it over and over again if you forgive them and take them back. And I forgive people, but I don't forget, which means I never allow them the place that they previously had currently. I never allowed them the previous position that they had currently, right? Because history has an odd way of repeating itself. The people that you think will never switch sides end up switching sides, homie. That's why you have to be selective with who you associate with. A lot of Keishas, they try to do this. They try to get acknowledged. They try to be seen because they want to stop you from speaking. This is what I would tell each and every single one of you in here right now. Well, first of all, I want to do this. Make sure each and every single one of you send me a message on TikTok, because as soon as this episode's over, in about 10 minutes, I'll be sending everybody my Snapchat. That's the best way to talk to me and to know when I'm going live. You say, what are my thoughts on? Homie, if you're doing certain things and you know exactly what will happen as a result of making that a routine, and you know what's going to happen, and you're willing to accept that, hey, man, that's your reality. I don't do it. When I look at things, I don't care who else is doing it. If I know that the longevity of doing this activity is going to result in me having this as a conclusion, then I'm going to conclude way earlier than most people would. A lot of people want to fit in. A lot of people want to be seen. And that's why they let that Keisha. What's good, Bless? Cheating is one of the most rude and offensive things to do to a person, in my opinion. It's just so, yeah, man, you know, you just gotta, people that aren't loyal to themselves, they can't be loyal to you. And it's like, as a guy, right, when you get in relationships, man, you have to understand one thing, homie. However you got her is the same way you're going to lose her. So if you took somebody's girl that cheated on her boyfriend, she's going to do the same thing to you. I mean, I even experienced this, you know. And by the way, double tap my screen and get my likes up. Yeah, I'm giving y'all so much game and y'all need to double tap that screen. I know I see a lot of Keishas coming through, but the moderators is taking care of that. Y'all better double tap that screen and get them likes up. Yeah. No, otherwise I'm going to start the rebuking session. Right now I'm trying to give some good game because I'm ordained by it and speaking the truth. Game is game, exactly, man. And we going to do it the way it's supposed to be done and get that out of here. I don't want to see no emojis from none of the fellas. You guys can just talk and you can use words, okay? You know what I'm saying? I want you to put more effort into speaking to me if you want me to speak to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Get that up out of here, man. Shout out to everybody getting them likes up. But man, you know, and I love this game because, homie, I could be talking about one thing and then I just go into the next. You know what I'm saying? So, like the situation currently going on with Will Smith and Jada Smith. Do you think that this isn't convenient as far as the relevancy that it has suddenly taken onto social media when we have a literal crisis going on with two countries? But they want to keep the people that look like me distracted by the entertainment. They want you to pay attention to, ooh, what is the rappers doing? Ooh, what is the actors doing? The rappers are rapping and the actors are acting. But you think that is real life because they say a certain thing and they perform a certain way in front of a camera, homie. Yeah. You got to understand that these people will sit back behind the curtains and formulate and capitulate a certain narrative that they want to put in front of you. And you fall for it every time. You know what I'm saying? And the reason that you fall for everything is because you don't stand for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The reason that you fall for something is because you don't stand for anything. A lot of these Keishas, you know what I'm saying? They act like they're not interested in what I say. But guess what? They're typing to me. I'm not typing to them. I'm not saying their names. I'm not reading their username. I'm not even talking to them. And get that up out of here. I didn't even talk about that. They trying to, nah, homie. A lot of y'all have to understand, you worried about them getting rid of you. A lot of people like watching, you know, that one show with Rick and Daryl. And what do they go around the world getting rid of? The same things that they get rid of, I see today in the modern era. A lot of people are like, man, one day, what if we have this happen and we see people walking? Homie, just because they don't look a certain way that you see on the screen don't mean that they ain't walking around. Yeah. They got phones. You see, the ones that they want to show you in the shows, they like to show you, oh, I'm so mad, I'm going to get you. No, homie, in the modern day, they have phones. Yeah, they have accounts. They don't have bank accounts, and even if they do, they have overdraft fees. But they have social media, and they sit around projecting and deflecting from self-improvement, all in the name of they want attention. But you think that they're supposed to be some mindless ones that walk around and say, oh, I'm going to get you. Right? No. They're in the comment section right now. You know what I'm saying? They've given up their own presence. Look at the types of Keishas that say things. No profile picture. No username, no followers. Homie, yeah, they ain't got no content. That's why they're content with what they got going on. They literally look for negativity. If you pay attention to the sources of content that people follow, you will know if they like drama or they like growing. A lot of people follow certain people that know that they're going to paint a certain narrative and they get surprised whenever it comes out. You knew that was going to happen. It's like watching a movie and then watching it with somebody else and trying to pretend like you don't already know what's going to happen. You know the conclusion because you've already been introduced to it. You know the conclusion because you've already went through the introduction. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm speaking facts, homie. I appreciate you. Hey, matter of fact, realize, homie, I've been seeing you respect the game each and every single time you done came up into here. So what I'm finna do is, here it is, I'm finna make you a moderator, homie. Any Keishas that you see, I need you to immediately, mute. Don't block. That's for specialized Keishas that I'm getting sick of, but we're not gonna do that. I be watching, that's the problem, homie. You don't go outside. You know what I'm saying? Your history isn't a mystery. We wouldn't need Scooby-Doo in the gang to figure out what you be looking up. You're the same types of guys that say women this, women that, but you subscribe to them. And you watch their content all the time. It's guys like you that come out and say, yeah, man, when I was with my girlfriend, I had to be an alpha. I never, ever told her she looked beautiful because that's a sign of a weakness. You guys take it to the extreme. Instead of becoming better men, you want to try to tell women how to be women. How can a man tell a woman how to be a woman, homie? And how can a boy define what a man is? I'm a real boy. There's a lot of real boys out here, well over the age of 18. Maturity isn't defined by age. It's by what you got going on, homie. And get that person up out of here. No, I ain't seen you say nothing to me in my chat, but you sending condolences to people in my chat. No, get him up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Now, Yeah. Talk to me first. When you in my crowd, you pay homage. I want to see you be a good cheerleader. I want to see you pay some type of recognition of who's on the stage, homie. And with that being said, man, quit typing in caps. The next time you type in caps like that, I'm going to capitalize off of what you just lit out. I'm going to get it out. What's good, Layla? Yo. But look, man, make sure each and every single one of you send me a message, darling, right now on TikTok, because as soon as this episode's over, I'm going to send everybody my Snapchat. That's the best way to talk to me, dude. You stay up to date with the content and know when I'm going live. But a lot of you Keishas already know, because you sit around and you're trying to force yourself not to follow me, but you constantly refresh my page over and over again, waiting on me to go live. What's up, my boy? What's up, son? What it do? Yeah, good night. Keep on with the facts. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Let's see what the comments say, though. Yeah. Hey, man, I want chat to give me some talking points. Name different topics, and I will give you guys my opinion on it if I'm knowledgeable about it. So it's chat's turn to get some advice. Of course, it was sad. I don't know what you're talking about, okay? So I'm going to just pretend I didn't read that. You see that a TikToker took himself out because he was... Yeah, man, see, that's the reason why you can't pay attention to the chat. What they try to do is they try to... I can't even use that word on here, but they try to do it with the virtue. They get a bunch of people who are miserable, and misery loves company. So they get together and they all say, yeah, this person did this person did that. And you're trying to explain yourself to people who already had their mind made up in the first place is a never-ending battle that you will never, ever win. So what I tell you is, if you know the truth, homie, don't worry about trying to convince people who easily believe lies. You know what I'm saying? When you become successful, when you get bigger, people that are small, they get together with other smaller people and they try to they get together because they can't be loud enough by themselves. And if they saw you in person, they would acknowledge you. But when they get a bunch of, listen, homie, when you got Optimus Prime up here, right? And you got a human, if you get a bunch of humans and put them together, next thing you know, you're level with, that's what they do, homie. So what you have to understand is misery loves company. And if people are lying about you, man, keep on telling the truth. Yeah, if people are lying about you, keep being the truth. You know what I'm saying? And it's very, very unfortunate that he's no longer here. You know what I'm saying? Because this is why I preach self-improvement, because you have to improve and develop a relationship with yourself. Because if you're steadily living by the acceptance and opinions of other people, it will become a fact that you will be, your threshold of being able to exist will reach its maximum, homie. So to all of y'all struggling, what I want you to know right now is you know who you are. No one else's opinion about you can become a fact. And do not take opinions from nameless people, because they will try to tear you down. You get what I'm saying? And whatever you believe, whatever you perceive is what you will become if you allow it to keep you down. So I want you to keep your head up and live to fight another day. You do not have to be another metric of the statistic. You can be an outlier, but it starts with your effort and acknowledgement. If you're being someone who you aren't, stop. If you want to be something and people are telling you to stop, start. It's all in the mind, and then the actions will follow. By the way, man, I know I got a lot of comments because I just went off on a little rant right now, but I'm giving y'all some game, man. I know I roast people like I roast the Keishas, homie, but I really care about people, bro, because it's like, homie, you have to understand that someone hurt people. And if you were once hurt and you became healed, you had to go through that process, homie. But you got to tell people what they need to hear, not what they want to hear, homie. Because a numbing agent only works for so long until it wears off, and then all you feel is the pain again. I'm not working to become numb. I'm working to become great. Scars aren't a bad thing. If anything, what you came for can make you something great. And to the person trying to go live with me, absolutely not. I don't know who you are. I'm not trying to FaceTime another guy at 3:47 in the morning. Go FaceTime a girl or something, homie. Get up out of my request. Out. But yeah, I'm going to go to read the chat, and make sure each and every single one of you message me so I can send you my Snapchat as soon as this live is over. It's the best way to talk to me and know when I'm going live. So let me read all these comments. I'll get down there when I get down there. Okay, so let's see what everybody says. I guarantee you I'm going to see a lot of my moderators getting Keishas up out of here. Says love as well. How you feel about, well, how I feel about it is, do not allow emotional directed propaganda to control your logical process thinking. Understand that when things happen out of nowhere and it seems like it happened out of nowhere, it's not necessarily that it was random. Things build up over time. And what I will say is, people that have nothing to do with it do not deserve to be casualties. That's what I will say. I'm not picking a side. That's what society wants you to do, is to pick a side. I look at the people who didn't do anything and they don't deserve for anything to happen to them. That is never the answer, and I'm praying for those people daily. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let me keep reading all this, man. Oh, no. What do I do for work? Hey, I need one of my moderators to work on getting that person up out of my chat. Scroll up a little bit. Worry about your own hobbies. Don't worry about my occupation. That shouldn't even be something that's in your conversation. Yeah. No, don't worry about my occupation. That shouldn't even be nothing that's involved in your conversation, homie. Stubbornness needs to have a balance. That's so true. Exactly. He was only, yeah, man, that's very unfortunate. Rest in peace. And I would like to send my condolences to that person, even though I don't know him. Let me get this guy up out of here. You don't ever tell me to hush on my chat, boy. You go back to the nosebleeds and watch my live. People are too concerned with, yeah, man, you got to stop letting other people's opinions become your reality. Hey, how's your day? My day's great. Thank you. How was your day? My day was great. Thank you guys for asking. You guys are awesome, man. And shout out to Chris. He's the only subscriber in here. So I just want to give a very special shout out to Chris. I appreciate you, my guy. When I was younger, I used to get compared to looking like Chris Brown all the time. So every time I see that name, it just makes me laugh. You know what I'm saying? I see the progress. Homie, you don't see nothing inside me. And if you say you see something inside me one more time, I'm going to get you outside of my live, homie. Yeah. No, you need to pay attention to the way that you type things. Shouldn't no guy sit there and say, yeah, man, I'm trying to, with you, homie, I see the progress inside you. Y'all got to watch the way that y'all put these sentences together, homie. If you was sitting next to your girl and you was, and you're one of those people that read out loud what you type, yeah, man, I'm trying to, with you, man, I see it inside you. Homie, as soon as you go to sleep, your girlfriend is going to put on her Jesus sandals and she's out. There ain't no way, homie. Yeah, there ain't no way. You should never change yourself for someone. Exactly. Yeah, no. Anybody that doesn't accept you for who you are, hey, it's okay. Reject their presence. It's a blessing in disguise. But now you've took off the mask and you see what it is. His name on TikTok. Yeah, well, look, man, see, hey, man, that's why you got to go in the real world and work on yourself, because when you play video games all the time, that's escape, that's cope. So when you play video games all the time, you're not actually doing self-development. You're ranking up on a video game, so you get dopamine, but it's not the same dopamine as actually doing it in real life. So while he was building his rankings and his following, he wasn't building his actual rank and prestige and level in real life. So what people said in real life was able to hurt him because he only thrived in a virtual world, which was on a video game. You got to go out into real life, homie. I don't go to things to cope and build off of that. I'm giving people real game. A lot of people come in comment sections to spread negativity, all by the way of cope. Hey, appreciate the game, G. No problem. Yep, the truth hurts. I need help. Let me get you up out of here. I'm going to help you up out of my live, homie. Yeah. No, you got to go. Game is game. I'm proud of you. Yeah, man, but if you say that like that one more time, you got to go. I appreciate you being proud of me, but don't ever. Not again. Okay, so chat, man, look, hey, y'all got about 9 more minutes. Give me some topics. It could be about literally anything, and if I don't like it, I'll just get it out of here. But you could at least take a chance. And look, man, make sure y'all all double tap the screen. I'm not too shy to reply, so say hi, you know what I'm saying? And make sure each and every single one of you send me a message right now on TikTok. I mean, as soon as this episode is over, I will send everybody, get that person out of here, because I already talked about it. That means they're not paying attention. They're one of those individuals where you're giving a lesson in front of the classroom, and all you want to do is doodle on a piece of paper. I already spoke about that. Out. You know what I'm saying? Thoughts on, if people do that to you and you take them back, they're just going to get better at doing it, okay? You know what I'm saying? And what I will tell you is when boys mature into men, if you're a girl and you're with a guy, right, and you're realizing that he came from a certain situation, but he's developing into a better person, what you need to understand is you got to make certain exceptions for people who you really feel like is your person. Not for the ladies, because once a lady do that, it's off the table. It's completely different. People don't want to accept that. But if your lady takes another hot dog, it's off the table. But if your guy do that, you got to ask yourself. And that's a whole nother conversation and can of worms that I don't want to open up right now. But hey, y'all don't want to hear that. All the ladies will run away if I start talking about that. Your vibe is immaculate and your voice sounds so wise. Thank you, Kayla. I appreciate it. Every lady that I ever seen with the name Kayla likes me, man. Yeah, I guess I'm just attracted to the Kaylas, you know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, where's everybody from? Put your location, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's another reason why the Keishas be mad at me, because we global and they're local, man. Don't nobody even know them outside of their city. It's a party in my city. They don't have no parties, homie. Yeah. Cali, okay, South Carolina, Indy, Florida. Shout out to Florida, best state in the country. I just wish that I'm finna get you up out of here, homie. You know what I'm saying? Quit sitting around and wishing other people would think what you think. Homie, if people don't think what you think, that's fine. They can go about what they... That's the problem. You have to think what I think, otherwise I'm going to talk bad about you every day. No, you can think what you think, brother. Hey, you're allowed to have your own opinion and perception. But if I don't subscribe, then I won't subscribe. You sitting around and watching someone that you don't like is very, very irregular. Let me just say that. Ladies, I got a question. Yes or no? Is it irregular for a guy to sit in a chat at 4 o'clock in the morning, demon time, listening and watching and trying to get the attention of a man that they claim not to like? Doesn't that sound like something that the girls used to do back in middle school? Like they used to purposely make jokes at the guy and do all these things to try to get the attention? Okay, absolutely not. Are you yeah, I am a UFC fan, dude. I'm so excited for Volkanovski is part 2, dude. Okay, okay. Hey, everybody, guys too. Guys, I want to see. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's okay. That's what I'm trying to figure out. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I say what I say, homie. Right. So, Raggy, like, come on, man. They're mad at me because I'm Scooby-Dooby-Doo and they're Scrappy-Doo. Scrappy-Doo is always going to be mad at Scooby-Doo, homie. I mean, think about the live-action movie back in the day. Scrappy-Doo was cool with Scooby. Scooby wasn't tripping like that, but Scooby was doing what he was doing, homie. And get that up out of here. I don't want that in here. Right, Scooby was doing what he was doing, right? Scrappy like, man, I'm mad at you, man, because you're bigger than me. Dang, homie, calm down. Hey, calm down, homie. Hey, it don't matter, you know what I'm saying? And get that look at it. You got a quiche in here. You're not Scooby. You're Snoopy. What? Was that supposed to be offensive? Comeback, my guy. What's your opinion about double standards in general? I feel like they exist for a reason and people have to accept them instead of trying to override them because they feel like it's not fair. You have to have a compromise between two individuals. You know, you have one person who's responsible for this, and you have another that's responsible for that. So if you have different responsibilities, that means there are certain things that this person can do that can do that this person can't. And if you have something outside of that, that's completely fine. But understand that it's a normality for there to be them. And get that up out of here. I don't want to see any flags up in my comment section. We're not doing anything of divisiveness or anything like that. We're in here for unity within my community. So with that being said, you can go live and wave it across the screen if you want to, but you're not doing that in my comment section. Out. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, we're getting ready to conclude this episode. I appreciate my moderators. Shout out to Sky. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to Layla. Shout out to Bless coming back in the building. Shout out to Ava. Man, shout out to Stunner. Man, shout out to all my people, man. So with that being said, we're going to keep being fantastic and immaculate. So I need each and every single one of you to send me a message right now on TikTok so I can send all of you my Snapchat. I mean right now, no cap. And with that being said, man, we're going to keep growing and doing what we do. And the Keishas are going to keep being mad. But guess what? They'll never tune out because they can't help themselves from tuning in. So with that being said, man, we're going to stay great. And it's something that they can't relate with. But it's not something to be debated, okay? So with that being said, hey, don't be complacent and get to dream chasing. Peace.